The Hitavada, 12th of April 2024, China's mischievous activities regarding the occupation of land in Arunachal. To establish Chinese hegemony over the Indian subcontinent, China is launching an all-out attack on it. China renamed Arunachal Pradesh's 30 county administrative centers, villages, townships, mountain summits, rivers, and lakes in Tibetan or Chinese characters on March 30, 2024, as part of its ridiculous tactics. China refers to Arunachal Pradesh as Zangan and Southern Tibet. In Arunachal Pradesh, China operated a similar renaming operation in 2017, 2021, and 2023. To strengthen its claim to the state, China also publishes maps of Arunachal Pradesh bearing the new designations. Situated in the northeast of India, Arunachal Pradesh is the most expansive state in land area among the 7 states that comprise the Northeast region, NER. Nonetheless, it has the lowest population density nationwide. It was formerly a part of the Northeast Frontier Agency, NEFA, and in February 1987, it gained independence. It shares boundaries with the states of Assam and Nagaland to the south, Bhutan to the west, and Myanmar to the east. Arunachal Pradesh's strategic significance stems from its shared border of 1,129 kilometers with China's Tibet Autonomous Region, TAR, established by the McMahon Line in 1914 during British India and is currently in dispute. Thus, the Line of Actual Control, LAC, refers to this boundary. The length of the entire LAC with China is 3,488 kilometers, extending from Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Sikkim, and Arunachal Pradesh in the west to Aksai Chin. It should be mentioned that China still holds 15,500 square kilometers of Indian territory in Aksai Chin, Ladakh, which it annexed during the war in 1962. China's claims over Arunachal Pradesh continue to annoy India. Soon after giving the Dalai Lama sanctuary in 1959, there was a war in 1962, and India's economic problems combined with shoddy diplomacy caused periodic conflicts with China. The standoff at Sumdurongchu in Arunachal Pradesh in 1987 was the sequel to the 1967 standoff between 2 troops at Nathula in Sikkim. 2017 A 72-day standoff ensued at the Dokala crossing of India, China, and Bhutan. Following the violent confrontation between India and China on June 15, 2020, in eastern Ladakh, the 2 countries' ties took a different turn. Although both sides have significantly increased their army levels and built infrastructure, the region is still in a state of uneasy peace. What, then, is China's true motivation for wanting Arunachal? What, then, is China's true motivation for wanting Arunachal? The significance of Tawang Monastery, the second largest Tibetan Buddhist monastery, is one factor. The second is its more significant interest in the disputed Aksai Chin, from which it is constructing a roadway along the line of actual conflict, LAC, to link Tibet and Xinjiang, thus facilitating the buildup of troops and logistics. Massive water and mineral resources, especially hydrocarbons, are often overlooked in Arunachal Pradesh. Ultimately, the state is a valuable negotiating tool for China in addressing the border dispute with India. However, what about India's past ties to the area? Ultimately, the state is a valuable negotiating tool for China when addressing the border dispute with India. However, what about India's past ties to the area? This is where inadequate historical accounts of India undermine our legitimate rights. It is thought that the Kalika Puran and the Mahabharata both refer to Arunachal. It was a part of Assam, the mother state of northeastern India, during the British era. Following its independence, it was known as NEFA and was under direct Maya authority until 1972, when it was granted statehood. Assam and Nagaland share strong historical and cultural ties with Arunachal Pradesh. Conversely, the LAC is in an arid and hostile environment with limited access to the tar. Young people, especially those from Arunachal Pradesh, should diligently study the past to record our long-standing ties to the state and the surrounding area. China's stapled visas for Arunachal inhabitants and the constant threat of a VIP visit, such as Prime Minister Narendra Modi's March 9, 2024, inauguration of the Sela Tunnel, are recurrent irritants. With Lok Sabha elections approaching, China would likely protest any lawful democratic action in the state. The Dalai Lama did not appear to be particularly supportive of the Indian cause in light of the current situation. The most recent information concerns China's intention to expand 175 additional communities in Arunachal Pradesh beyond the Lak. These towns, serving as border security villages, will significantly bolster China's military readiness. The news from Microsoft that China intends to influence public opinion through artificial intelligence-generated fake narratives to influence the next elections in India is the most unsettling. It would be interesting to see how the government handles the most recent difficulty. India has fared considerably better in responding to China's hostile actions, including its cartographic efforts. The region has significantly improved connectivity and infrastructural development. Numerous initiatives are being carried out through the First Village Pet program to enhance the border villages. In October 2022, the Prime Minister of Uttarakhand formally declared Mana the nation's first village, asserting that all border villages must be the nation's first, not its last. India is far more capable than China in maintaining a permanent military presence, but we must soon catch up to China's massive arsenal. Conflicts will unavoidably occur between India and China as rivals and economies in the area. India's ascent to become a potential powerhouse by 2047 will undoubtedly challenge China in one form or another. Not much may happen shortly in the physical and kinetic realm, but China will likely intervene significantly more in other less readily apparent areas. It would take the combined strength of our country to foil China's infamous plans.